And welcome to the Raw Preview. I'm Adam Wilbourn from WhatCulture, joined by Michael Sidgwick from WhatCulture, here to look ahead to tonight's episode of Raw. But before we get into it, if you're a fan of this sort of thing, make sure you subscribe to WhatCulture Wrestling on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, and YouTube, where we do daily wrestling podcasts where we not only review Raw, but also SmackDown, the show formerly known as NXT 2.0. AEW Dynamite, AEW Collision, pay-per-views, premium live events. We have interviews, roundtable discussions, and a round of the week complete with a good quiz, of course, on WrestleCulture. As I said, though, joined by Michael Sidgwick, and just Michael Sidgwick. So look ahead to Raw tonight and the go-home show ahead of Survivor Series WarGames.
All right. Is Hamflet on... we shouldn't be too nasty to him, because is he like looking after his kids or something today?
Not as far as I'm aware. No.
They're having extended anniversary celebrations because he's just had a wedding anniversary.
No, I think that was end of last week, mate. Yeah.
So is he ill?
No, absolutely fine.
Why is he not here then?
I think to be fair, there's travel issues getting back from London.
No, it was a prearranged day off, though. Hence why I'm doing this bit.
No, I think that he knew about it's going to be difficult to get back following going to London for the weekend.
Not really. What you do is you either leave after, you get the train after the match, or you wake up bright and early, you know you've got a job to do on the Monday, and you can get, like, the trains not run on Sundays.
It's also the day after Full Gear. I don't know if that affects it or...
Well, why would it?
Don't know.
Why would it? Why, if anything, that should, you know, if anything, if there's a big wrestling show, that should, you know, be the impetus to try harder to come in, not the opposite, like you're suggesting.
He'll be back tomorrow.
It's annoying. You know, he goes with a nice little weekend in London again. I've got a day off this week. Off. It's just, you know, I'd have to do, you know, I've got there an appointment for something with my house. It's not fun watching some guy fit the dishwasher, fix the dishwasher. And you know what annoys me? It's like, I couldn't do what they do at all. I admire people who are handy. It's when they say something like, do you know what brand of the pressure valve is? Obviously not. Look at this, I'm a specky twat. I don't know. What about the upfixer? Don't make me feel small.
What day are you off this week?
Thursday, I think.
Okay.
So be good, for f***'s sake.
Well, that's really interesting because I'm off Thursday as well. Looks like Hamlet's doing a solo Dynamite review then. Good God. What's that going to look like?
Well, he's got time to make up though, hasn't he? So. Anyway, let's talk about business at hand.
Yes. Go home Raw ahead of Survivor Series.
Are you off on Thursday?
I'm doing some work networking thing for the big bosses of future.
Okay, at least you got an excuse.
Yeah, I'm working.
You're at work.
I'm working, yeah.
Yeah.
Just not in the office. I'm still grinding, grafting.
Grinding.
I don't know. Is that what he's saying?
Fortnite. Oh, my kid's obsessed with Fortnite, by the way.
Have they got like a Simpsons Family Guy thing going on now?
I don't know if it's Family Guy, but there's like a Simpsons level or whatever it is. I don't know anything. But like, he is obsessed with this thing. Like, Fortnite's got him to the point where, you know, you try and say, right, James, you know, it's tea time. In a minute. It's like, talk to me like that one more time. You won't play Fortnite for the rest of the week. Do you understand?
What was the first game that did that to you?
Ooh, where I'm to the point where I'm like, I've got a little anecdote here. It's pathetic. Honestly, I am pathetic. I think Sonic was my favorite game. But the first one that had this like psychological chokehold over me, where it's like, the marketing's worked, all the reviews have flooded in, where it's like, I need to play this game. I'm going to be on this game. I'm going to perfect this game. I've got two. Theme Park. Remember Theme Park? I used to...
They're like Theme Hospital, Theme...
Yeah, but like Park was the first one, I think. Anyway, I was fundamentally obsessed with the idea of theme parks. I've been to like Lightwater Valley, if you know, you know. And I love theme parks. So before I even got Theme Park, I would just get an A4 pad out and just start drawing roller coasters.
Oh...
You know, I'd like to do the prep in advance, and I got it for my birthday, and I was on it. But I think the first one, but it was like, you know, it wasn't this graphically impressive, incredible thing. But I was promised, when like hoverboards in Back to the Future 2, you're like, oh my God, the future's going to come and I can't wait. Now I'm going to come as well. Gran Turismo was marketed as this like photorealistic. You have seen nothing in terms of graphical power, technology, gameplay until you've played this game. And I'm like, need it. Get me it now.
Remember Gran Turismo.
But the problem is it came out like, I think it was a summer release. I vaguely remember that I got it not on a birthday and not at Christmas. And it was probably like really expensive and all the rest of it. And I was like, can I get Gran Turismo? Can I get Gran Turismo? My parents were like, no, it's too expensive. And I was like, can I get Gran Turismo? Can I please get Gran Turismo? Can I please get Gran Turismo? No. I need Gran Turismo, obviously. It's like, give us Gran Turismo. Give me Gran Turismo. Can I have Gran Turismo? Yeah, shut the up. Then yes, you can have Gran Turismo. So that's basically how I got Gran Turismo. Yeah. But the crack was, and I get this now, because I'm on the other side of the family tree of like, my parents went, you can get the game, just don't tell next door. It's like I was like friends with people on the street and all the rest of it. It's like, they think you're spoiled enough. They think less of us as parents. As it is, if they come round, you hide Gran Turismo. You're not allowed to show them that you've got Gran Turismo, right? You're not allowed. You're not allowed because like they're going to think we're dickheads. They're going to think we're spoiling you rotten. And that would just have anything you want. We're terrible parents and all the rest of it. I get back from game or whatever it is. Bag, Gran Turismo in it.
Oh no!
And it's just like they're playing out. And I just get out of the car. Oh, look what I got. So not only do I want it, I want everyone to know I've got it.
Yeah.
And I get banned from playing it.
Oh, and how long?
And I've probably worn down their resistance in record time. Because it's worse. Like, not only do I have it now, but I'm not allowed to play it. So that's something really different from like 4 hours ago, but it's there. Oh, such a little prick.
The one thing I remember...
Such a little prick.
One thing I remember about Gran Turismo, it might have been Gran Turismo 3.
I can't remember anything about it now.
Well, I can't remember if it was the first one or maybe like the third one or whatever. I distinctly remember playing. In the first bit, you have like that pot of money. It's like, right, buy your first car. And it was the Mazda MX-5, which was like good. And then you could like, get a better engine, better wheels and stuff. It's either that or a PT Cruiser. It's like, oh yeah, nice family SUV. That'll absolutely cane it round the laps. Brilliant. What are we doing?
So I don't know how we got onto this, but to the point where like I have to force him to watch the football with us. You're having bonding time, son. Watching the football.
Good weekend for it.
Glorious weekend.
But yes, it's the go-home show ahead of Survivor Series. Roman Reigns opening the show. There's the men's WarGames Advantage match on Raw tonight as well.
I don't know anything. You didn't send us a note.
Sorry,
I did not care to check.
Brock Lesnar, CM Punk set to appear. There's a bit of me in my head that there's going to be some more twists ahead of WarGames. Because, I don't know, I just don't see Jim Uso making it to Saturday, basically.
You are too useless. You are not involved.
Yeah, Roman Reigns cutting a promo to open the show, one would assume.
It's...
That'll save you a few minutes. The entrance and that.
Ten. I can't lie and say I'm interested in the story or the promotion, quite frankly. I'm halfway interested on, like, what's Roman Reigns going to say to convince me that he cares about this? You know?
They have just kind of thrown the stars at it, haven't they?
They've thrown the stars at it. I'm interested in how they justify it. Not like how they tell the story, how they justify the story that they've told, in that they haven't really told one, as you say. They've just chucked some stars at it. So there's going to be a little bit of, I don't know. They have to work around transparently what the idea is. Roman Reigns is very clever. Like, obviously he does TV appearances to build these matches that he has. Like, the guy is clever in that he's set for life anyway, but who would want less money Yeah, not me. But he's really good at sort of maintaining that profile of Roman Reigns, one of the biggest, like, Rushmore candidate for WWE, you know? Like, the optics of the shows that he does do, because I understand why he would come back for the Saudi shows, even though nowadays, don't they say they don't even get an additional pay?
No, I think that's included as part of their contract, yeah.
For optics, he's very clever at coming back when there's a stadium.
Yeah.
You know? Like, he's really clever at that. So he always looks like the biggest deal. So I understand the real reason why he's involved in all this. But you're more locked in.
Well, this is the thing I was going to say, and I think this is kind of an opinion held by quite a lot of people, including Hamflet, I can guarantee that, which is when the bell actually rings on Saturday, I'll remember, I don't care. I don't care about War Games. Like, A, I wasn't around for, like, the classic War Games. And
the classic
B,
War Game.
And B,
1992, let's be honest. Like the late 80s Crockett ones are really cool as like heel, face, punch up, a few cage splats. Extra heel comes in, so it was always the heel advantage. At the time, it would have been mind-blowing as a spectacle. But realistically, it's like an artifact now. It's like it's more of an aesthetic, really, than like a match and a story and da-da-da. War Games 92 is different. It's awesome. But like the illustrious history of War Game, that's what it is for me.
Well, this is the thing. So like, don't get me wrong, once everyone's in there, it's fun, it's wild. They have the usual sort of, there's the what's the phrase for the bit where they all stand next to each other?
West Side Story.
Yeah, they have
They
that.
do this really cool thing where, you know how a table's meant to like eat off or have meetings around?
Yes.
In the chaotic world of War Games in wrestling, they break those tables.
And sometimes simultaneously, because there's two rings, of course. But yeah, I will say they've yet again kind of sold me on like, it's War Games, particularly when me and Hamflet were being like, ooh, is it going to be the MFTs versus the Wyatt Six in War Games? That's not happening. But yeah, now the fact of like, Roman's back for this. There's the issues with Roman and the Usos, etc. More interesting for me is Cody and Punk. Is that anything?
Yeah, they could be like trying to reverse engineer. Like, they've got this match, big name stars, which it's ultimately like a front to have maybe Cody and Punk have a bit of friendly fire and then the heels win or whatever. Like just something that's in place to spark potential directions for WrestleMania. But like they can't say that on the TV. So it becomes a case of what do they say on the TV? So Roman Reigns obviously has been feuding with the Vision sporadically when he can be asked throughout the year, to the point that, is this his fourth PLE meeting one way or the other with Bronson Reed?
Probably, yeah.
I'm not being funny.
Australia, France, there's got to be another one in there. SummerSlam, yeah.
Yeah. Like, I know we differ on a lot of things wrestling-wise. Like, considering how often he's worked with Roman Reigns, Bronson Reed kind of just is still a guy who stands next to Paul Heyman, you know?
Yeah.
So it's going to be difficult for me if Roman Reigns is going to say, I need to get rid of this Bronson Reed problem once and for all. He's not a problem. Well, he is a problem. He's not very good.
You're not saying that, like if we're fantasy booking, like you say, Punk and Cody for the WWE Championship, and let's say maybe Bron Breakker holds the World Heavyweight title, you're not booking, that's going to finally come to a head, the Roman Bronson thing at WrestleMania.
Yeah,
you're booking Roman in.
Not.
I don't know what you're doing with him right now, to be honest. The Rock.
So I think, is Roman going to say, because the last time we saw Roman, the Vision wrote him out, correct?
Yeah, other than obviously MSG.
For the second time.
Yeah. Oh no, is it when he said?
Oh, he said to the Usos.
Yeah, I'm not see you until Christmas. But now he's
so
back.
did they lose that match?
Yes,
right,
because of Jay's exuberance, let's say.
Yes. Well, either way, it's like, it's just still bloodline adjacent Heyman Roman stuff. It doesn't really feel like there's much meat on that bone. Maybe they'll build it around the Vision are still, whatever. Maybe they'll build this more around Roman and Jay.
Yeah.
Than like who the opposition is.
Well,
and I'll tell the story of how the baby faces need to get on one page. Doesn't look like they are. Tune into War Games or whatever.
Well, this is the thing is I was all ready to come in here and say because the men's War Games Advantage, as far as we know, is the Vision versus a member of Team Roman. So
Spill my water.
We can speculate on, I assume, if you're from that heel team, you're obviously just going to have the two Bronnies in there. And I thought, well, the obvious thing would be division, because the heels need to win, versus the Usos. And then you write Jim Uso out, and suddenly Team Roman, Team Cody, whatever you want to call them, is scrambling for a new member. And then on SmackDown, they have to try and recruit LA Knight. And then I remembered SmackDown's taped, so that's not happening.
Oh, right.
Well, I've not seen any spoilers, but I assume that would have been quite the story doing the rounds.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're very much of the opinion with whether it be Blood and Guts or WarGames, just always have the heels have the advantage, right?
Always.
Because you're just booking yourself into a corner otherwise.
Yeah, I will say, and I know I won't say this, AEW kind of got a half right with the men's war games this year, and that really it was fun to watch get beat up 2-on-1, and then the Mark Briscoe temporary write-off kind of it all sort of like made a bit more sense that way. Is there anyone on the heel team who you'd like to see just get his ass kicked?
Logan Paul.
You know what? That could work. If the baby faces get the advantage, right? And like, first of all, I mean, Lesnar's coming in last, so I don't think it matters. But if he came in third for whatever reason, 2v3, but one of them's Brock, it's like that incredible viral clip. Soccer tangent. A rare bit of good American football, American soccer commentary where I think it must be for, it's one of Messi's team, but like they've got a breakaway, but the team Messi's attacking, they've got their full back line out, but the commentator goes, well, it's 2 versus 4, but one of them's Messi. It's like, oh yeah,
That's good.
that is great.
Yeah.
And so if like, well, it's 2 versus 3, but one of them's Brock. I don't know. I don't really care. So what is the match for the advantage?
Division versus 2 members of the baby faces, which you're not going to put like as
That's
much
Roman
like,
Reigns and CM Punk.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's the Usos.
because then Jimmy or Jay can eat the pin and be like, bloody hell.
They could do this really
I
clever.
mean, it's going to be chaos because Brock and Punk are set to appear. Roman's already there. Drew's obviously been involved on SmackDown that we'll talk about later on.
They could do this really clever finish that I've just come up with, right? Which, they could do this really clever finish. So the tag team match is going on. It's absolutely thrilling. It's brilliant. When Logan Paul distracts the referee and he climbs onto the apron and he's like, there's some bull crap going on in there. You need to bloody get, you're losing your head in there, ref. Look what's going on. You're not paying attention to that. And the referee's like, will you get out the bloody ring, you stupid idiot? Right? And then in the meantime, this is clever. So Logan Paul's doing that Drew McIntyre with the referee occupied and then hit the Claymore on one of the Usos. Yeah. And then one of the Bronnies can pin.
I like it.
When wrestling always ends up being rubbish, and then it has to be really rubbish to get good again. But then even like good ideas will become rubbish. We need an off season. Remember, like years ago, when Vince was just like, well, we're not doing them no more. And it's like, right, we're not really going to see them very much in brackets general because, there's only one big game in town. When everyone was like, we need stables again, we need stables. Like, missed the days of the Attitude Era and all those great stables and all the rest of it. And And now, obviously, Vince is gone and AEW brought them back, riffing on the New Japan thing. I'm bored, brother, of stables. It's the amount of times I see a one-on-one match, right? Heel stablemate hops onto the apron. Hey, ref, bloody hell, look at all that. Then the second heel stablemate actually does the interference. Then the heel went. Stables has to crutch now to do crap finishes. And I'm almost certain you're going to see one in this men's advantage game tonight.
I would assume from what I've read that the women's advantage will obviously be on SmackDown. We saw on SmackDown new members being added.
Did you ever wig out about anything as a kid when you were needing it, but you were too spoiled? You're an only child. Come on. I don't want to be a monster here.
I mean, I definitely swore for the first time in front of my parents because of a computer game. because of like LMA Manager or FIFA or whatever. And my argument was, because I got the immediate, Adam! My argument wasn't, oh, sorry, you know, it was, but Mommy is being one of them. Like, she's going to be like, fair play, you know.
Yeah, fair play.
Should have been stepping up to the plate, really.
Yeah.
Paid all that money for him. So, I don't really remember, like, proper kicking off.
You well behaved.
Tried to be. I definitely guarantee if you ask them.
I think I was so spoiled and so needing of things, right? That I was ordinarily just very quite well behaved, almost through fear of getting into trouble more than like this incredible moral compass that I have. But if I needed something, by which I mean really wanted something, I like this desire to have the thing that I didn't have would just drive me into like really bad tantrum behavior.
I do remember it being drilled into me at a very early age. Do not be ungrateful, especially when it comes to like relatives, even if they get you a present that you didn't really want. And I do remember one Christmas, I think it was Age of Empires 2 that I wanted.
Nerd alert!
Yeah. And hang on.
Yeah.
Age of Empires 2. Nerd! And get to Christmas, there's like an appropriately shaped box under the tree from
A big box.
Well, a box shaped like that looks like it's.
What platform was it on?
I think it was PC.
I used to have big boxes.
Yeah,
when I
like
was
that
younger.
sort of A4 size, but and
an appropriately shaped box.
It was from my nana, and I ripped it. I was like, "Here we go!" Ripped it open, and the backs was Age of Empires 1.
I've got a similar story, but carry on.
And I was like, this dumb bitch just bought me the wrong present. Right. But Swerve, she'd put the game, Age of Empires 2, in the Age of Empires 1 box.
Like a classic Wilbourn family prank.
A classic Swerve. So, but in the moment, I was like, oh, great, just what I always wanted. And then it was quite a good Swerve. So, like, taught me very early. Be very grateful. But yeah, it's gone. What was your? Oh no, what's yours?
Right. Okay. My phone's on charge over there. So this predates Gran Turismo actually. Again, I was begging for this game, begging, obsessed. Street Fighter for the Mega Drive, Street Fighter 2 for the Mega Drive, right? I got all the graphic novels. Because my parents, like, magazines was the one thing. They were like, yep, get as many as you want. They weren't expensive, and they encouraged me to read, and I loved reading. So, but the problem was, like, there was stuff in the magazines I wanted to buy.
Mm-hmm.
And one of them, I did a graphic novel or a comic book or whatever of Street Fighter when I was about, like, 8, 9, 10 or whatever. I was like, I need the game, get me the game. Get Street Fighter 2, mate. I need it. So we're going to get it one way or the other. I think the way we're going to get it is by I'm going to be a little twat. Yeah. So we know where this is going. Save yourself a lot of silly bother and just get me it. But the thing is, I didn't want Street Fighter 2. And that didn't sound as cool as Street Fighter 2 Turbo.
What?
So Turbo at the end of it. And I'm fairly certain that had like different levels and there was like new characters, like 4 different new characters that weren't in the original Street Fighter 2. And then like, I've got you the thing, Michael. And it's like, sorry, Turbo, is it?
So ungrateful.
But I think they actually just, no, you're playing that one.
Yeah.
It was goated.
Yeah.
It was goated. But
I do remember once, actually, now you mention it, because I was racking my brains there. When I first got my PS1, and I was like, well, there goes my life. Like, all the time that I was allowed to, I was playing it. And I was like, wait a second. I'm wasting valuable time that I could be playing PS1 going to school. What if I just pretend to be ill, right? So first few times, absolutely nailed it. Oscar-winning performance. Then kind of got lazy, kind of rested on my laurels a bit. And I distinctly remember one morning being like, I don't think I can go to school today, Dad. And he was like, what's the problem? And I was like, hadn't thought of why my stomach would hurt. Instead of just saying like, I think I just ate something funny. I feel awful, like my stomach's in knots. I came with some bollocks about like, I walked into a table at school yesterday. It's been giving me jip all day, to be honest. And he was like that. I remember hearing him go downstairs to talk to my mum and being like, this is a load of bollocks. But they were also like, we can't force him to go to school. So he just unplugged all my like electronics and just hid them somewhere, or like took them to work with him or something. So I was like, oh, what are we going to do now? Jacket. So.
As if you turn your nose up at that, though. Read a bit of Enid Blyton, watch a bit of daytime TV, have a bit of jam on toast, and then jacket, probably, if anything.
So Becky Lynch joined the women's War Games teams alongside AJ Lee on SmackDown. I have enjoyed Becky Lynch.
Can't wait to see her back in action.
I have enjoyed.
She's going to come in like a house of fire.
Mm-hmm. I've enjoyed Becky Lynch's erratic tweets more and more. She's set to speak, which I assume means just more, more madness. I'm excited to see Lash Legend in War Games, by the way.
Yes. No, if they are clever, and I don't know if they are, like, she needs to come in, like, what, 4th, 5th?
Mm-hmm.
One, because as good as she is, and as much as she's improved, like, she's a WhatCulture Wrestling podcast favorite, Lash Legend, NXT, if you know, you know.
Yeah.
Still wouldn't entirely, one, if you put her in War Games for 25 minutes from the perspective of her character, who is this, Jesus, visually striking, can kick your ass in 2 seconds and you're not getting up. You don't want to see her sell and just lay around for like minutes and minutes and minutes on end in a War Games match. So if you introduce her late and then she just starts kicking ass.
It's quite a just sensible strategy. She's the difference maker. Well, let's bring her in at the end when everyone's a bit tired.
Could be a star-making performance if treated correctly.
Chuck EO all over the place.
You know how I don't have any thoughts about WWE?
Yeah.
Then you press me for thoughts, and then I give you some of them, and then we go into tangents.
Yes.
I had an independent thought by myself. What? About WWE. It just came to us. I'm thinking, what the hell am I thinking about that for? Especially when I'm not awake. It's stupid, but it's a bit of you, I think. So, if you're not on X or Twitter, and I do not blame you, Becky Lynch, I would probably say in typical WWE style, this is quite literally 9 years. No, 7 years or whatever. No, 9 years. 9 years after everyone started doing the same thing. She started tweeting in the style of United States President, current reigning President, Donald Trump.
And God bless the United States.
Straight. Like all caps at like random points when the blood's boiling the most and it's every other word. Nicknames.
Yeah.
Like big disgrace, exclamation. She's doing Donald Trump on Twitter. That's a new little fun thing that she's doing, right? It's not something that I expect her to, she's not going to do it on television, She's not going to go full Donald Trump on TV. It'd be ridiculous. And if anything, Triple H should have a word and say, that's too hot, that's too much, that. You can't be doing that. That's just not nice. So I don't think she'd be allowed to do it, right?
I agree.
She can have a little bit of fun. It's her Twitter account. Views are her own, etc., etc., etc. So she can continue to do it on Twitter. It's just as a nice little bit, just for me, just to prove there's a little bit of independent thought, just as something to put a little smile on my face. She should come out with the most horrendous orange dye job possible.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Yeah, she should do that. Just as a little
popper.
A little popper, if you know, well, it's not exactly arcane, but like this little thing that could just amuse me for 1 second of an otherwise stressful existence.
Yeah, I sense she's going to be A, hyped to kick AJ Lee's ass at War Games, B, determined to win her title back from Maxine Dupree, which is not going to happen. But I don't think Maxine's going to hold it that long anyway, so it's not going to really matter that much. And C, I still think there's going to be a continuation of her. Maybe even they announce like Jessica Carr as the referee for War Games, for example, and she's going to be like the conspiracy sort of continues. Because I don't know if they're actually going to do the match between Becky and Jessica, especially if the rumors are true about like Becky fighting for a world title. It feels a weird diversion to go on, even though we're 5 months away from WrestleMania. But yeah, I think she's going to rant and rave, and we're probably going to get another big schmoz like we got at the end of SmackDown.
You think?
I think so.
Yeah, me too. Just get this out the way, get to Cena's retirement, and then even I'll probably cheer up a little bit around January.
Yeah.
Because as much as I say I don't like the Rumble, it's not fascinating.
Absolutely. And it's, we said this at the time, however you felt about Jey Uso, now you go into 2026 going, well, it's probably going to be Sammy or Punk or whoever, but it could be El Grande Americano at this rate.
I mean, let's not go nuts, mate.
Speaking of El Grande Americano, though, have you heard the match that he's going to be working very soon in the Dead Man's promotion?
It's funny that they're doing it here of all places.
Yeah.
Tell the listeners, viewers.
It is. Speaking of which, you know where they are tonight?
No.
They're in Oklahoma at the Pay.
Boomer Gooner, in the words of Jim Ross.
Oh, yeah, Gooner comment of the week tomorrow. I love Tuesdays. They're at the Paycom Center in Oklahoma. Paycom Center.
All right, yeah.
What was I talking about before Jizz?
El Grande Americano.
Oh, yes, thank you. It is El Grande Americano and his best friend, Dominik Mysterio, versus the newly reunited Lucha Bros in AAA.
They should get Alex Abrahantes for one night only.
I did see. You enjoyed seeing him opening up Full Gear last night. No, I watched it last night. It was on Saturday, obviously. We'll talk more about him later.
I haven't missed him.
That is a great shout, though, getting Alex back for one night. Funny. Taking longer than I anticipated putting the Lucha Bros back together. Me and Andy were talking about on the news that it was like, probably after WrestleMania. By summer at the absolute latest. It's November. Deadman's like, if you're not going to do it, I will.
Yeah. I mean, it's not going to count, really. But
No.
they just don't give a toss about Phoenix at all on SmackDown.
Well, Penta's in
They
action. Do you want to talk
don't
about Penta's match, actually, before we get to...
We're going to have to. So.
Okay.
Raw preview.
He's facing one of the stars of SmackDown that I know you're very excited to talk about later on today. The leader of the MFTs, Solo Sikoa.
This match is going to reek in it. Solo Sikoa's just not very good, buddy. I know you find him entertaining.
He was.
I understand why you find him entertaining in like backstage segments and all the rest of it. And I also know that you and Hamflet are like, well, a face paint, that looks different. That's good. But my God, Solo Sikoa versus Penta is not going to be a very good match at all. This tournament sucks, by the way.
So
isn't the missing it twice?
I don't know.
So Sheamus is
Yeah.
not in it.
Right. Oh, is he the replacement?
Maybe. I think I read that. I don't know for sure.
Is that a spoiler?
Maybe.
Oh, well. So the winner...
If true. And no, maybe I just got fooled by a joke or whatever. But if true, I mean, that is diabolical. Just like a series of pretty crap matches between a lot of like going nowhere mid-carders. There's some people who in it are over and I expect to do better things.
The other match I'm looking forward to tonight.
But like, my God, Damian Priest now and Rusev, what a waste of time. The surprises were bobbins. It's Gunther's to lose. You know, I remember, right, before he actually learned how to do them, because the C2s have been great, and the last two Owens were very good. When Tony Khan was just like, Samoa Joe in the first round will go up against Serpentico, and the winner of that match will, go up against the winner of, I don't know, a Star versus QT Marshall. And it's just like, right, okay, well, that's the final. Let's get it over with. This tournament is crappy. What's the other one?
The other one I'm looking forward to. Gunther's already had a really fun match with Javon, obviously, last week, and then Gunther versus Carmelo Hayes. The winner of these two matches will face each other in the semis. So Penta Solo, Gunther, Melo.
So that's tonight.
Yeah.
Look, I don't just have this blanket misery. I said don't just. But if you look at stylistically, Carmelo Hayes and Javon Evans aren't too dissimilar. The high flyers, good in the air. Gunther has had a match that for me was only all right against the one who's got the most buzz and the most, I don't know, he's more exciting to watch, I think, Javon Evans. So it's a very similar matchup stylistically where the story should unfold in the same way, if it makes any sense at all, where Carmelo Hayes is going to use his speed, agility, and aerial ability to try and fly around Gunther. This is going to piss Gunther off. You need slapping down. Well,
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Exactly. This is going to be like a less interesting version of that. They're doing it second. They can't tell stories, you know. There's fed in a cinema. Did they have to do the Javon Evans match against Gunther first? Or could they have given him a win against one of the random belly over mid-carders first? And then it was like, oh, Christ, this Javon Evans might go all the way. Bit of drama. This tournament's whack.
So you could have had, Javon beat Bronson Reed, is what you're saying.
Maybe not if they're building them for WarGames, even though I think one's infinitely more talented than the other. I mean, I'd say, like, don't think about the brackets exist like now. It's
if you just
can do whatever you want.
I think there's a way to way better book this tournament. That's not a sentence.
Of course. They had to build, as I said on the review last week, the timing was wrong to do that match. Like, it can't be Javon's breakthrough when it's meant to be Gunther's back and better than ever statement match, whatever. They had two different stories to tell, but only one story and one match to do it. So I think you got the timing wrong.
I suppose they can sell this as like two former NXT champions going up against each other, Gunther and Mello, which will be fun.
I guess.
But yeah, Gunther's going all the way.
Gunther's going all the way.
I don't get the backlash about it, by the way. I'm just like, it shouldn't be Gunther. It should be someone else. Yes, it should be Gunther.
Of course, it should be Gunther.
It should be Gunther from the moment this tournament was announced. It was just about making an intriguing final. I suppose, whether it be like an LA night or, Jey Uso Gunther could well be the final from, if I'm remembering
again. Jesus Christ. Now I've got no qualms about Gunther.
So then you'd get, I tell you what,
the funniest person to brag about it. That's ultimately what you're going to end up with.
That could be a bit of a tasty semi-final if you have, because to lead to, even though it's already been taped, but never mind all that. To lead to the traditional Survivor Series match that's going down on Friday, you could have Sammy's gang. If the MFTs try to cheat, get involved. So that's already got that, which means also the semi-final would be Penta versus Gunther.
See, that would be a match I want to see.
An all WCPW affair, as many people are saying. Not just me. Phil says it as well sometimes.
Phil doesn't talk about anything. Just gets his head down and dutifully does his very important job.
People could learn from it, really.
Yeah. We all could.
So I'll go Penta Gunther going through in their matches. I assume you will concur.
Yes.
Okay. I don't know why I said it like that. Finally, ahead of Survivor Series. Don't worry, I'm not going to talk about like a Nikki Bella promo or anything like that. Dominik Mysterio addresses John Cena because of the rematch that they're having on Saturday. Is Dominik Mysterio going to rap?
I don't know, but he should.
That's what I was just thinking.
He should.
Yo.
Because here's the thing. If you don't rap and you try and rap, you sound like a dickhead. Good news for Dominik Mysterio. I meant to think he's a dickhead.
Yeah.
CM Punk. That weekend was one of my favorite of the year. The CM Punk humiliation ritual, where he has to go to Saudi, apologize, and he has to do a rap. Thing is, like, even if he nailed that rap right, even if he nails it, it's awful. He's like 47 years old. He looked like an idiot. He bumbled over the Batista line, I think it was. God, good day to be a hater, that. That was an unbelievable day to be a hater. Not that I hate CM Punk. I don't know him. It's just funny. Funny. No, Dom should do a rap. How would that sound?
He's gonna have a rhyme with.
You're a good rapper. You used to do the Rampage rap.
Yeah,
and he's a good rapper, by the way.
Can freestyle
exactly.
Yeah,
so you should do it right now.
There's gonna be a line in there about having a deadbeat dad. Did you see, by the way, when he was on like a normal panel, like a Good Morning America?
Yeah,
he's like, my dad's a deadbeat, and they're like, oh, okay. What are we doing? Because they were showing the clips from Raw, obviously, and he's like, what kind of dad does that to their son? What a deadbeat he is. I've always said that. And they're like, anyway, he's down with the weather.
He's down with the weather.
It's always such a weird crossover, that. And they're just like, we're here with the wrestler. Am I saying that right? You guys, is this what you do? Is it real? Or is it just entertainment?
Do you just 5 minutes of like, or it's better yet, get someone who knows to say, oh, he's in a storyline. It's lasted about 4 years or whatever with his father. Here's a deal. Got such contempt for wrestling. I go, who cares?
John Cena, people said that Word Life was rad, but you got nothing on me because I've got a deadbeat dad.
How do you brag about that?
I don't know, because he thinks he's better than his dad. Is there a way to talk about how he lasts long in the bedroom, longer than his dad's world title reign when he faced John Cena? Is that anything?
Yeah.
I don't know. I really should have written something. But I'll go away and write something.
I think Kendrick's crown is safe.
I do want him to do a rap now, though.
He should. No, in all seriousness, he should. He should.
Looking forward to it.
He's not going to do it. He should.
I think he might. He could have.
Is that because you want him to?
Yeah. Anyway, let us know your thoughts ahead of Raw tonight in the comment section below or on X, and also let us know your first, what are we calling this, Rage Games?
Yeah, what was the game that you just were a little bastard about because you were so obsessed with
Nicholas?
He's a nice lad, man. He's too cool.
That's not true, but we will talk about it after.
Okay.
Oh, after hours. And you can follow us all on X at WhatCulture WWE.
It's 5 to midday.
You can follow Michael Sidgwick at
M. Sidgwick.
You can follow our brilliant producer Adam Nicholas at
It's Adam Nicholas.
And you can follow me at Adam Wilbourn. Follow us all at WhatCulture WWE. As I said, make sure you subscribe to WhatCulture Wrestling, wherever you get your podcast from, for daily wrestling podcasts. Me and Sidge will be back later to review SmackDown and review AEW Full Gear. And then hopefully we'll all be back tomorrow to review Monday Night Raw. But for now, it's been the Raw Preview. My thanks to Michael Sidgwick. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you soon.